It's the noob, expert noob, and in this series of videos here, we let the wheel decide how we are going to do the Cayo Perico heist. Sometimes it goes straight, smooth, and easy. Sometimes it's a pain in my butt, and you get a good laugh out of it. So let's get into it and spin the wheels and see how we got to do this heist. Hey guys, it's the noob, and we're at it again. Another Cayo Perico heist. For those of you that are new here, I go through these wheels. They decide how I do this heist. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes I want to bang myself against a wall. But regardless, it's entertainment for y'all. So let's see what the wheel says I have to do. Hopefully it won't not be the patrol boat. Oh, Alchemist. A new approach, finally. Alrighty, let's go on to the next one. Alright, now since we got the Alchemist, however it's pronounced, the big giant airplane that's useless, we can pretty much choose anywhere we want. Well, the wheel can choose anywhere it wants us to go on the island because we're dropping from a parachute. So let's go ahead and give the wheel a spin and see what kind of craziness is going to ensue. I don't really have a preference. North Dock. Okay, well, this ought to be kind of fun. But we'll see how it goes. All right. Okay, now time to choose where we're going to get our secondary loot from. Now that we're coming into North Dock, I would prefer it be the North Dock for our loot. But watch it not be something crazy. And I see I got one that's messed up. Airstrip, like I said, something that's going to be crazy. So now we have to go backtrack to the airstrip. Although it could be helpful if we, our exit point is the airstrip, then we can grab the loot after we get through with the compound. But nah, it ain't going to work that way. On to the next one. Okay, now time for our compound entry point. This is going to tell us how we got to enter the compound. So let's see what happens. North door. It's better than the main gate, but still got to kill a few people to find the codes. Yeah. Alrighty, on to the next one. Now time for it to pick our weapon loadout. Which weapon set are we going to use when we get there? I got a few I don't like. I'm not going to mention them because last time I did, it picked it. So let's see what we get. Ah, conspirator. Okay, we can live with that one. Alrighty, on to the next one. Alright, and this wheel is going to tell us how we have to leave after we're finished with the heist. Optimal, we want the airstrip. That way we can grab our secondary loot on the way out. The best way to leave the island is the bottom of the map. So let's see what happens. Yeah, we have to leave the North Dock. Okay, this could be kind of tricky here. All right. As I said, the wheel does not like me too much. On to the next one. Okay, time for the best part of it, whether I get to get the disguise or not. Now, for those of you that don't know about the disguise, in several different locations around the island, there are disguises that you can grab. This is ultimately the best thing you can get. It pretty much hides you from all the guards except for in the compound. Now, if you walk directly in front of them or bump one into one, of course, they're going to know you're not them. So, let's see what the wheel says we have to do. I want the disguise, please. And of course not. It's going to make it tough. Alrighty, on to the next one. Okay, now time for disruption missions, or not. These are the missions where you eliminate the body armor, the XF weapons, or the helicopters. It can be very helpful to get rid of the helicopters, especially when you set off the alarms. But let's see what the wheel does. or says I have to do. At least it got disruptions. Okay, I can handle that. No disguise and disruptions. Okay, we can handle this. Alrighty, on to the next one. Okay, now for the last wheel. It's one I added in daytime or nighttime. Since we always usually normally do them during the daytime, I figure, well, let's see what the wheel says I have to do it as. Nighttime can be pretty aggravating, but let's see. And it's going to, yeah, great. Okay, this is not going to be an easy one. All right, guys, sit back, get your popcorn. I'm going to set this up, and it's going to take me a few minutes. We'll be right back and let the entertainment begin. Okay, now we got all the setups done and everything. Let's get this thing going and see how much of a pain in my butt it's going to be. Alright. Alchemist. We are halo jumping into the north dock. Yeah. We're going in the north door, not the drainage tunnel. We're leaving at the north dock. And of course it's going to be nighttime. Yeah. Weapon loadout, conspirator. And I definitely want to make them quiet. Okay. Yeah, let's get it going. As you guys can tell, I'm not thrilled about this, so it's going to be fun.
We begin. Your pilot will have you there soon. Okay, ready to drop in on our old friend? I wonder what state we will find him in this time. Now watch out for the air defenses on the compound.
Joy.
Right. We're approaching exit altitude, so if you just look outside, you'll see it's time to lock and load. DZ is right down there. Just throw
There we
yourself
go.
out and aim for the big island. Can't miss it.
You are familiar with this view now, yes? Like seeing an old friend again, to drive him slowly insane with hatred and paranoia. Ah, it is a beautiful thing.
See you on the other side.
Hopefully we can get down here to the north dock. Dodge all the people we gotta dodge.
Some advice when dealing with paranoid drug lords.
All right.
CCTV everywhere.
Now, wait for this guy to go so I can check for bolt cutters.
GPS
Something I
tracker
forgot to
confirmed.
get.
I have your position. I will also access compound CCTV once you are inside.
Nope. Okay, let's try and make our way to the airstrip. Gotta find a vehicle. If not, this is gonna be one long and boring heist.
You know,
don't
I
want
really
to shoot
think
the
you
guy
can't
in the
promote around
vehicle.
here, Capitan. Bad atmosphere these days.
I know there's a motorcycle up here. Guess we're running all the way to the north drop zone to get this motorcycle. And it's... Oh, there we are. Ha-ha! Bolt cutters. Just what we need. The reason we get bolt cutters is they won't hear that cutting the padlocks and chains versus that thermal lance that we have to use. Weird, yes I know, but oh well, it's the game.
He would rather die than abandon his expensive taste, no matter how many times he is robbed. In Russia, we call such men ATM.
Now, is this guy going to stand there? Or is he going to turn and move? Turn and move.
Se me antoja una cervecita fría. Ya lo creo.
Ha ha. That was a close call. Not the best secondary loot, but it works. It fills the bag, does what we need.
As my uncle would say, you kill the moose, you carry it home. You understand? Yes. The heavier the things you take, the slower you will be. As my uncle would say, when you hunt alone, you carry more glory, but less meat. If you want to carry more goodies with you next time, make some friends, yes?
Oh. Let's make all kinds of racket. All right. Well, we got our bag full. Now let's get out of here.
By the way, don't worry about leaving space in your bag for main objective. I have crafted special compartment for it. Cushioned, of course.
Okay, we need for that guy to get I'll stand there and we'll walk by.
¿Qué haces?
Now. I lost my motorcycle. That was nice. Yeah, we're not going to make the elite challenge on this one. I can guarantee that. We're taking up too much time. Alright, now let's get on down there. And figure out a way to get in the compound. That was a close one. Now we gotta wait for that guard in the tower. They can move anytime now. Well, moved the wrong direction. I could take a shot and shoot him, but last time I did that, I set the alarms off. So I'm kind of leery on doing that. But hopefully he'll move here in a minute, and we go ahead and progress on. And totally messed up. Ah. Yep, this just went to crap. Yep.
Where are they?
This just went to shit. Now we gotta get a vehicle. Hey, there's a motorcycle. Just what I need. All right. Now we gotta run through this after I tried jumping it. I don't know what happened to him, but okay. You fly it across the screen. Thankfully, we got the disruption mission, so we ain't got to deal with helicopters. Woo! That was close. Come on, snacks.
Not far to the compound.
And that's what I need.
side.
Oh, now this is going to be fun.
You know, I once knew an admiral.
Be loads of fun trying to get through here now.
I think the guards are even more angry this time. Now, I'm sure you remember the route, yes? To the vault.
Dang it. Did not want to run into him, but... Run, run, run. And... come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's get past that guy. Don't want to deal with him. I do not like the Juggernaut. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Dang, we lost a lot of money.
It would be rude not to check the safe, I think.
Okay, let's get through this. Alright. Through that painful fingerprint match stuff.
Did it work? Okay, time to move. Back once again.
Okay, nobody there. Cool.
You see the display case? Don't bother shooting it. You will have to use the plasma cutter, and you will have to do it while dodging the occasional bullet. Don't worry, it's simple. The problem with plasma cutters, you are not careful, they overheat. I learned this the hard way. Cutting into undersea pipeline, at least you are above the waterline, yes?
Not fair.
Last time I
Whoa!
saw a diamond this size, my team did a 3-day sprint through the rainforest back to the coast. So, no complaining about the escape route.
I don't know how he got in here, but okay. Sucks he got in without keys, and we can't do nothing but...
Reinforcements incoming.
Ah, attack on that Juggernaut.
No le queda mucho, hijo de puta.
Just because you are fleeing the crime scene of the century does not mean there is no time for opportunistic theft, yes? You like it, you take it.
¡Jódase! ¡Le dieron! ¡Le dieron! ¡Mierda!
Of course, he's got keys. Whoa!
Voy a recargar. Uno de los nuestros.
Okay, let's try and jump over it. Come on, thank you. We'll go out this north door. One thing about having the codes when you come in the north or south door, and I was supposed to come in this door instead I went in the south door. Sorry guys. Got ahead of myself. Anyways, when you have the codes, you can exit these doors as well. I just realized that. Dang it. Oh well. Make mistakes from time to time.
All that stands between you and immortality is the possibility of your imminent death. Now get out of there. I have sent you the extraction coordinates for the North Docks.
Now let's see if we can get out of here.
Remember, I once ran mission at the nuclear reactor. Everything went smoothly until we realized how
Whoa.
heavy is a rare plutonium.
And nope, we're gonna flip and get killed.
You need to run fast. Act right. It seems Mr. Rubio has
Alright, let's get back on the bike and get out of here. Take this wide. There we go.
Well, judging from their comms, it sounds like Mr. Rubio's reaching for his helicopter again.
Let's see if we can keep from getting the tires busted out on the motorcycle. And get off this island. Oh, I don't know what that explosion was, but okay. This ain't gonna be fun. Woo!
You must have scared him off. He is retreating.
No, I didn't scare him off. I don't know where he went. Oh, right there's the boat. Sweet.
The water is full of attack boats. You will need to be careful.
Come on, let's get going. All right. That does it. Now we are out of here. Whew. I know this one was going to be a pain, but had I made that motorcycle jump, we would have been smooth sailing. Wouldn't have got flustered, wouldn't have forgot about going into the north door instead of the south door. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, guys, there we are. Another one done successfully. If we call it successfully. Anyways, if you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button and bell for future notifications. I throw these up every Saturday. Plus daily videos, how to find your smoke on the water stuff, your LS tags, those stuff. And now I'm back on Wednesdays. We're going to upload my missions and heists with randoms. See how that goes. Hopefully y'all will like it again. But anyways, this is the noob. We'll see you next time.